Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Looking forward to a little session together as our custom. And we sure appreciate you guys again and again and again. Carol, good morning. How are ya? And who's up? You know what? Debbie, how are you? Long time no see. Good to have you on. Mike from Norland. Lori Lee from Ventura, California. Lori, it's almost like I know you. And I've never met you. Rosalinda from Niagara Falls. Janine. Rita, good morning. Karen, all from Kincardine. Mary, all of our dear loyal followers. Carol from West Virginia. Oh, I want to sing so badly this morning. Sheila, Francis, Sandy, Bonnie, good morning. Elaine, how are ya? And Rosa, Morial, Debbie, good morning. Lorraine. And do you know that Kevin's on with us this morning? Because he sent me a message. I can't see you anymore, Kevin. Mary, Anne, Sandra from Marulia. Fran, how are you? We appreciate you guys. Nativity, Nick from our staff. And Lori and Ryan, how are you? Dear friends from Sarasota. I got to meet them this winter. Cheryl, Marnie, Dave and Anna. Sherry's on with us this morning. Helga, good morning. Helga and Dave. Vera, Francis Marie. Deb, Cambridge. Nathalie, Chapet, Quebec, bonjour. William, Markham, Ontario. Sue, one of these days I'm going to do something in French. Mara, how are you? And another friend from Sunnyvale, Karen. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Wendy, Tina, and the other Wendy, I think she might be with her mom. Cheryl, Linda. Oh, we love those Lindas. Sandy from Washington State, Millica. Monette. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ziane, bonjour. Sue from Manitoulin Island. Len and Judy, I've been waiting for you. Edmonton, Alberta. Luella. Eva. Renee, Halifax. Nova Scotia. Janice, good morning. A couple more. Suzanne. I'm going to say Maureen, how are you? From Penticton, British Columbia. From Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Carol. Marl. Wendy is there. Okay, I see your name, Wendy. Teresa. Josette. Bonjour, Josette. Donna from Newfoundland. Did I tell you how much I love Newfoundland? Janice, Brampton, Maryland, and Jocelyn. Good morning. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Elaine, nice to have you on. Guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate Trudy. Mara, water. Luella, West Tennessee. I wonder if Dr. McEwen's on with us this morning. Terry, Thea, John. Guys, I love you, Heather. Here we go. Guys, I am going to give you, a couple of big names here. Okay? 3 of them. Okay? Now, you leave these little proteins and enzymes to me. Okay? I'll bring them out and we'll uncomplicate them. Because when you read some of these studies, okay, and P1 3K, it's an enzyme, okay? What does it do? Involved in a study. Let me read I might have even brought you this study because it's about cancer. And hold on, let me just get it. Yeah. And it's it's prostate cancer, okay? Prostate cancer loves sugar. Hello? We've been saying that for a long time. Any cancer loves sugar. It needs fuel. It's a renegade. They're not normal cells, and they love fuel, okay? Now, this is out of Tufts, T-U-F-T-S, University, okay? And they talk about this. I might have done something on this enzyme a while back, but I can't say that I remember with all the podcasts that I do, okay? Now, here's what it says. This is out of Tufts University on prostate cancer, okay? Now, P13K is a protein, okay? And, it's an enzyme. It opens the valve that lets sugar in. Okay, so, okay? Now, we all know, and bears repetition. You have a carbohydrate, okay? Let's follow a piece of bread for a second. You have bread. Oh, Dr. Martin, it's whole wheat. I don't care. It's 12 grain. I don't care. It's ancient grain. I don't care. I don't. Well, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. It's bread. It's going to be turned into sugar rapidly. Okay? Rapidly. Then insulin is involved. Insulin says to sugar, hey, you cannot park there. You can't park in the bloodstream. Come with me. Right? The traffic cop. Now, again, I'm an illustrator. That's how my brain works. I need that for myself, okay? I hope you appreciate it. Many of you tell me you do, okay? It's the way I learn, guys, okay? So the traffic cop says to sugar, you can't park in the bloodstream. No. It's a no parking zone, okay? No parking zone. Can't park there. So, come with me. And it wants to bring that sugar to your cells. Muscle cells, the best place for it, but anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked. And on the door of your cells, okay, there's an enzyme. It's called P13K because I like the shorter version because, holy moly, when you try and read the long version of it, your tongue gets twisted. Okay? So let's just keep it short, keep it simple, stupid. That's me. Okay? Now, so the latch on the door to your cells to let sugar in is called P13K. It's an enzyme. Okay, so Tufts University says, okay, in diabetes, let's say you're a diabetic and you had a piece of bread, which you shouldn't do, by the way. Why? Because you have an allergy to it. You and bread don't get along. You and carbs have a bad relationship. That's what diabetes is. It really is a food allergy. Okay? It is. So, a diabetic has a piece of bread. Insulin says, come here, sugar, because bread turns to sugar rapidly. Terrible for a diabetic. And insulin, okay, says, and sometimes diabetics are even taking insulin because their insulin don't work properly. So insulin says, come with me. I'm going to park you at the cellular level. And when you're a diabetic, that P13K, the door opening, it needs grease on the lock. Okay, because it don't open very well. That's what Tufts University said. I guess, guys, the more powerful the microscopes, the more, the more they find out how the body operates. It's absolutely incredible. At the cellular level, there's an enzyme there. It's a locking mechanism, and it has trouble opening with diabetes. Now, what Tufts University said, when you have cancer and cancer cells, P13K opens wide. It can't stop sugar from coming in. It opens the drawbridge, and all of the sugar comes in, and rapidly. So there's in diabetes, it's slow to open up, so sugar stays in the bloodstream. Very dangerous. That's diabetes. That opening mechanism, that lock, P13K, has trouble opening. But in cancer, you can't keep it closed. It sees sugar. Cancer cells see sugar, and it goes, woohoo! Come, we love you. And P13K, it's working too well. Isn't that interesting in terms of a study? It confirms, in this one, they were looking at prostate cancer. And guys, okay, here's the key. The key, we talk about sugar, yes, but the key is insulin. It's insulin, my friend. And that is why day after day after day after day, remember, my PhD is in food. It's in nutrition. Okay? So, every day I talk about making choices. What you put in your mouth every day. And the more they study the human body, the more they realize how important food is. Isn't it crazy? Think about this for a minute. This will give you a headache beyond headaches. Medicine. Medical schools don't teach nutrition. They leave it to others. Imagine that. Food, like I said, their mantra is moderation because they don't know what they're talking about. Cancer and sugar. What? Here's some Ensure to ensure the cancer grows. Here's some Boost so it will boost your chances of dying. They give you sugar, for heaven's sake. Hello? I shake my head, guys. Because when they get down to the cellular level and they look at P13K, an enzyme, that's the guardian, the door lock to your cells. On cancer cells, well, diabetes, it don't work well. And in insulin resistance, it don't work well. It doesn't. It needs extra grease to open it properly. But in cancer, man, oh man, the floodgates are wide open because of P13K. And guys, this was talking about prostate cancer. Well, I'm sorry. They might as well do it for breast cancer. They might as well do it for ovarian cancer. They might as well do it for pancreatic cancer. They might as well do it for stomach cancer. They might as well do it for bowel cancer. These are all growing in numbers like no tomorrow. And our geniuses they're not even thinking about food. Go to the Canadian or American cancer research or cancer societies. When people come around and they wear pink, I mean, who doesn't want to beat cancer? Everybody wants to beat cancer. And they tug on your heartstrings. Well, Dr. Martin, don't you care? Well, I care, but I don't want to put my money where all they're doing, it's marketing. They're not doing research. They're looking for love in all the wrong places. And 90% of it goes to salaries and marketing for next year's budget. Why don't they start funding research on vitamin D? Why don't they start funding research on P13K? The door, the latch to your cells and cancer cells. Man, the answer's in front of us. Cancer needs fuel. It does. And it only likes one type. It loves junk food. You know me, I've called cancer not only renegade, like teenagers. You know, they're bad cells. I love my grandchildren that are teenagers, by the way. Okay? But they love sugar. You know, Grandpa, you don't like that, do you? Nah. I like it, but I don't eat it. Okay? I didn't say I didn't like it. I had cookies and ice cream too when I was a kid, you know? What is it today? Let me give you this. Came out yesterday. I read this yesterday in an article. The average American consumes 5.8 pallets of refined sugar in a lifetime. Now, have you ever seen anything delivered in a pallet? Like, go to the grocery store, okay? And the big transports come in, okay? And everything's delivered on a pallet. Like they can stack a pallet like nobody's business. Right? You've seen that, have you? The average American, this is an article I read yesterday. The average American consumes 5.8 pallets of refined sugar in their lifetime. 5.8 pallets of it. That's not talking about fruits, guys. And it says here, and this was 2011. This is looking at statistics from 2011. Holy moly. We're past that. We're 2023. And they said in 2011, 5.8 pallets. You know what that comes out to? On average, 150 pounds of sugar a year. You know what? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What are the recent statistics? We're up to 200 pounds. Just about. Per year. More pallets. And we wonder why. I wonder why cancer, what is it that it's gotten worse. And the geniuses sit around in rooms and go, I wonder what it is that it's worse. Ooh. Ooh. P13K. P13K. The door opener on your cells. It's not working properly in diabetes. And sugar stays outside the cell, which destroys your blood vessels. Ask a diabetic. Ask any diabetic. What are they worried about? Their eyes, their heart, their kidneys, their brain. Why? Sugar. They used to call it sugar diabetes. Until the powers to be changed the name. Type 2 diabetes. I've got type 2 diabetes. Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, it's not type 1. What's type 1, doc? That's autoimmune. What's type 2? What's sugar diabetes? You have an allergy. Here's another one. I got to give you another little PGC, like PG, you know, like a movie. It's PG, parental guidance. But this is another protein, PGC 1 alpha 1. It sounds like a plane's landing. This is PGC 1 alpha 1. What runway do you got me landing on? Like, I see these names and I shake my head. Okay? But they're saying on this one, when you exercise, my friend, move. Vitamin E. Sun, steak, and steel. Okay? Vitamin E. I was talking about my book last weekend. It was funny because about 3 people asked me, okay, I know what sun is. I know what steak is. Doc, what's steel in your book? I said, exercise, working out, getting strong. And what this enzyme or protein does, it's a protein in your blood. And when you exercise, you get rid of it. And what it does, it increases your mood. You feel better because you're getting rid of, let me say it again, PGC 1 alpha 1. Ooh, I get headache that I have to say that. But the research shows when you get rid of that protein in your blood, and you get rid of it when you exercise, your mood gets better. And they're saying, okay, again, this is groundbreaking. What this study said, if you can get a depressed person to exercise, to move, if you can get them to a gym, They're showing that it's better. Listen to what I'm going to say. It's a much more effective treatment for depression than antidepressants. Wow. Wow. Now, if you see this in the mainstream media, would you please send it to me on our private Facebook page or whatever? Show me the study that I just read to you on PGC. I got to look it down because I forget it all the time. PGC 1-alpha-1. Believe me, when I was in school, we never learned about PGC 1-alpha-1. Okay? But very specifically, vitamin E, the real one, exercise. Huh, Dr. Martin, do I got to do cardio? No. Everything you do is cardio. You move, it's cardio. Okay? You do weights, it's cardio. It is. Every exercise is cardio. Right? Your heart's independent. It's your brain that decides what exercise to do. Your heart just goes along. Right? So when you walk, really, really good for you. And that's real good. Right? What's better than walking? Walking is fantastic. It's cardio. You don't have to run to do cardio. You can walk and do cardio. Okay? But what's best? What is the best vitamin E? Okay? Get strong. Not just move. Get strong. It's been shown over and over and over again. If you get strong, you're going to have a strong brain. If you get strong, you can regulate your blood sugar and insulin resistance much better than any other exercise. Because your muscles, okay, your muscles, especially your leg muscles, your muscles, they're the best metabolic unit that you have. Okay? So get strong. But any exercise, listen to this, it affects your PGC 1-alpha-1. It comes out of your bloodstream during exercise. It increases your mood. It decreases your risk of depression. And according to the study, when they did, placebo and they did double blind, and what they showed is that an antidepressant, Prozac, you name them, are not near as effective because they're looking at chemical imbalance. The whole premise behind depression, the whole premise was you have a chemical imbalance. And guys, like I told you, the summer of 2022, I should write a book. I really should write a book on the summer of 2022 when mental health got turned upside down. What did they find out? What did they find out? It's not a chemical imbalance. That's not the cause. Hey guys, don't come after me. Don't come after me. I'm just reporting. I'm reporting. Don't shoot the messenger. And this study showed vitamin E. The problem, okay, and let me finish with this. The problem is, and I've always found this to be, okay? I've always found this to be. The problem is when I used to see a lot of depression in my office, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, okay? And I'm a hormone guy, so I used to do all their hormones, and man, their cortisol was through the roof, and their B12 was very low, their vitamin D was very low. They had insulin resistance almost invariably. I mean it, from kids to 70-year-olds, it didn't matter. They had a lot of characteristics that were in common. But I used to tell them, you got to move, man. I don't feel like moving. I want to stay on my couch. I'm depressed. I know you're depressed, but can I give you a med? Pretend it's a medication. You're taking meds, antidepressants. Can I give you another med? Take it every day. Vitamin E. Move. Exercise. You'll find you're going to feel better. And now we know why. I never told them that it's going to get rid of your PGC 1-alpha-1. Okay? Leave it to the researchers for that. Okay? All I knew is it worked. But the problem was getting them to do it. They're so used to just taking a pill that makes them a zombie, right? That they found they had a hard time complying to the idea. Change my diet, doc. I found that hard. I said, yeah, but it's going to help you, man. You won't believe how much it's going to help you. Change your diet. And change your mood by vitamin E. Move. If you do nothing else, go for a walk every day. And preferably, get some weights or get some tension bands and work out, even 5 minutes. We'll get rid of that, holy moly, PGC 1-alpha-1. Okay, guys. Have I told you lately that I love you? I know it hasn't been, it's been all week I haven't told you that, right? Oh, I did? Okay, but I'm telling you again. Love you dearly. I mean that sincerely, okay? You guys are the greatest audience in the world. Why? You're the smartest. You're the loyalist. Okay? And you guys care. You care for each other. You care for me. I like that. I care for you, but you care for me. Okay? How sweet. I was reading a verse in the Bible today that said, encourage one another. Let's encourage one another. Okay? Okay, guys. Love you dearly. And tomorrow is question and answer Friday. Fun, 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 fun. Okay? Talk to you soon.